So it's fair to say that Sir Lewis Hamilton has been in the news a lot recently. That's not uncommon in Formula 1 at all, of course, because the 7-time world champion is not only probably the most popular driver in Formula 1 in terms of his overall fan base, but also one of the most unpopular as well, because he's got a fair amount of haters as well. And in the immortal words of Taylor Swift, haters gonna hate, hate, hate. And at the end of the day, the guy is damned if he does and damned if he don't in these people's eyes. You know, he can never win, and I know how that feels personally as well on a very small scale. This guy has it amplified to the absolute nth degree when it comes to all those millions of people out there. And of course, he has moved to Ferrari, while his doubters will very much say that he's done this as a money move. He's done this just to line his pockets. He's a has-been, he's washed, he's not what he used to be. George Russell's a better driver than him, all this sort of stuff going around. But at the end of the day, it is like water off a duck's back for Hamilton. People who have followed his career as long as people like me, I've been following Formula 1 for at least as long as he has been in the sport, really. Watched every race pretty much since he joined in 2007. You know, he is someone who's very much used to the hate, the absolute tirade that has been against him was against him anyway, for a very long time in certain circles of the British press, in particular the right-wing press. You know, the usual suspects. You know, he's very much used to it. I'm sure it used to probably get to him to some extent, but I don't think he cares now. I think he's only really his worst, he's his own worst self-critic, effectively. I don't think he really cares what other people have to say, to be honest with you. So let's have a look at this article here, guys, because I've got an article here on the F1Chronicle.com that's going over this story, because like I said, there's a fair amount of people doubting him, and of course some people used to be in Formula 1 back in the day too. Bernie Ecclestone has been a big critic of Hamilton recently, so let's have a look at what the 7-time champion has to say about this. Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari era kicked off with a jab at his doubters. The 7-time world champion unfazed by the noise as he wrapped up the pre-season testing in Sakhir, Bahrain. The 40-year-old, F1's lone black driver in its 75-year history, shrugged off barbs from older white men like ex-boss Bernie Ecclestone about his jump to Maranello for his 19th season in Formula 1. "I've always welcomed the negativity," Hamilton told Time magazine this week. "I never ever reply to any of the older, ultimately white men who have commented on my career and what they think I should be doing. How you show up, how you present yourself, how you perform slowly dispels that." Hamilton faced the press during the lunch break on testing's final day, doubling down. "I haven't had a second to read the story, but I heard it has come out really well," he said. "Naturally, in sport, criticism is something that everyone receives. I have probably received a lot of it, perhaps throughout my career, but I just keep my head down. Doing what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing to grow each day. I'm bound to make mistakes. I'm only a human. But one thing that I'm proud of is that I have a drive, focus. I'm able to admit when I'm wrong, and I know what tomorrow I will work to be better, and it really doesn't matter to me." Some of the comments that have come up over my career, not just these past 12 months. I use that as fuel. That fuel burned through his SF25 runs, third fastest on day 2, bonding with the Red Heels in Melbourne. The Brits' critics haven't slowed his roll. 105 wins, 7 world titles, and now a new prancing horse chapter. Ecclestone's grumbles, Hamilton is already past it. His answer, lap times and grit. Getting testing done. Round 1 is just around the corner. I mean, yeah, in all seriousness, like I said, this is nothing new for Hamilton. The guy has had so many doubters. People doubted him going to Mercedes in 2013, saying that's his ambition's done. That is a money move. He's just doing that because he's given up at McLaren. It is not at all dissimilar to what people are saying now he's gone to Ferrari. It's the exact same criticisms, and just like Anthony Hamilton, Hamilton's father, used to say to him, "Do your talking out on the track," and he's going to do that. He's had a little pop and stuff in the Time magazine interview, and he's just getting his feelings out there. He's just getting his opinions out there. I think they're strong opinions, but I know why he's saying them at the end of the day, and I respect the fact that he's going out there and saying that, because honestly, I think he's right a lot of the time what he's saying. Let's just take the race element out of it for a second, but at the end of the day, the guy's being criticised completely unfairly, in my opinion. The people's whose opinions matter are those inside the sport, even Max Verstappen. And we know that Hamilton and Verstappen in the past at least have not got on. And I think they've both kissed and made up relatively. I mean, that could well reignite in the near future if they have another championship battle in the next couple of years, of course. But, you know, Hamilton has stuck up for Max Verstappen when he got his swearing punishment in Singapore. He said, I wouldn't do that punishment if I were you, Max, basically. And with Hamilton, of course, as well, you know, Max has stuck up for Hamilton, saying, look, you don't win 7 world titles and win as many races as he has without having incredible speed, and he will continue that form at Ferrari very soon. So those are my thoughts on it, guys. At the end of the day, I mean, it's not, like I said, people who've been around Formula 1 for long enough will remember how much crap the British press used to give Hamilton back in the day. That's died down very much since he became an undisputed great of the sport. But, you know, before he started winning all those world titles in 2014 onwards, the press in the UK absolutely used to hammer him. The hammer time was him getting hammered by the press. It was not him out on the track, unfortunately, that time. But there we go. We'll see what happens this season, guys. It's sure to be fascinating. I'm really looking forward to it. But how does the Ferrari stack up? Where do I think it is in terms of the pecking order overall after testing? Well, I've done a video going over exactly that. The whole grid, I have predicted what their pecking order is currently after testing. Take it with a grain of salt. It's a very hard thing to predict, but I've given it a go anyway, guys. So please check that out if you've not already. Check out our video content as well, of course, on the F1Chronicle.com. There's loads of videos for you to go over, plenty of testing reaction just like this. Like, share, comment, subscribe as well if you want to see more content like this on the world of Formula 1. And yeah, have a great start to your week, guys. Have a great day. See you very soon for some more action here on the F1Chronicle.com.